Now let's talk about one of the things that blasts us more often in the Panhandle than anything else, hail. And while it doesn't normally take lives, it does more damage than tornadoes and even flooding here in the Panhandles.
We're in some baseballs up here.
Damaging hail is much more common here on the High Plains than other parts of the country. It is quite unusual for residents of this area to make it through a single storm season without at least one bout with hail. Unfortunately, the hail becomes destructive on a regular basis and can relentlessly pound a location, leaving widespread damage in its wake. Hail frequently grows to the size of baseballs and even softballs in the most severe cases. And the destruction caused by such huge projectiles is unbelievable. During the severe and massive 2004 hailstorms here in Amarillo, hail up to the size of grapefruits pounded the western part of the city for a couple of hours. Some of the largest hailstones actually penetrated rooftops, leaving gaping holes in the tops of houses. By the time the storm left the city, damage totals a staggering $200 million. And in fact, even in my own experiences, I've had my own experience with severe hail. Back in 2008, we were trying to get between two supercell storms. I had very little time, and I still remember hearing that first softball-sized hailstone land about 100 yards in front of me. It's a moment you never forget. Within minutes, we had multiple objects coming down us the size of softballs, blowing out every single window in the vehicle we were in. Within a minute, those windows were gone, and those hailstones were bouncing off the hood in the back of the car into us inside the vehicle. They were blowing out the speakers and even putting shards of glass in me and a fellow chaser. That's how destructive hail can be. It's an experience I know that I will never forget. And one reason that I take hail very, very seriously. If you get caught in it, the best thing to do is just stop, wait it out, and stay under a covered object. In fact, the only thing that kept me from, well, pretty much gruesome death of hailstoning was a very thin roof on our car. And I think every day that vehicle saved our lives.
It's Sunday, and you know what that means. I'm live at Wonderland Park with your forecast coming up.
The most convenient and timely way to get the information is, of course, on your TV. But every business, workplace, and residential building needs to have a TV so that you can watch our reports and get the latest information. Now, if we think there's a tornado threat, we, of course, will be on the air letting you know about that. But if you're not tuned in, you won't get the warning. What about the times when you're away from home, your TV, or your severe weather radio? Say you're out shopping or out at the mall. Well, you can still get the very latest on storm developments, warnings and watches, and tornado threats on your phone. At the News Channel 10 mobile app, you can get all the information you need. And if you have internet access, you can always go to our website, newschannel10.com. We'll be posting the very latest on storm developments, as well as to our Facebook page where we have avid followers, and you can follow our storm chasers with live streaming video as the storm breaks.
Many of our residents don't live in houses. In fact, a lot of you actually live in apartment buildings like the one you see right behind me. But if you live in buildings like this, especially on the upper floors, it is not a good idea to ever stay inside them. If you think a tornado is coming or you have a warning out, you need to immediately go to the first floor, go to an interior side of the structure, and get to the center of the building. That's going to be your best bet to help survive a tornado. Mobile homes are a completely different story altogether. There is no safe place in those structures when severe weather and especially tornadoes strike. Even the weakest of tornadoes can level mobile homes in seconds. So when severe weather strikes, you need to be vigilant. Move out of those homes, be ready to move as quickly as possible, and find a safe location, because inside your actual home will not be.
And now, News Channel 10's Storm Track Forecast with meteorologist Chris Nation.
Welcome back. It's Sunday evening, and if you join us regularly, you know that means it's Wonderland night. Now, what that really is that means if you come out to the park between 7 and 10, you get in for $10. You get to go on almost every ride they have. Only a couple you can't. Most of them good to go, and the weather is just about perfect for that. Now, it is July, and we are used to a little bit of sunshine. I mean, we have to expect temps are obviously going to be into the upper 90s to low 100s out there, but it's still a great night to come out, enjoy, get on some of these rides. You think you'll be fine. Now let's go ahead and start you off with your weather, and we'll talk about these isolated storms. Those are no threat whatsoever of seeing any of that energy get near Amarillo tonight, but the chances are getting better and better. As we take a look at some of this radar, I want you to notice the few storms down by Clovis and Brutalis already quickly dissipating out there, and they're sliding away, already burning off. But don't worry, that's just the beginning of days of shots at storms. As we go ahead and take a live look outside, I want you to notice it's a great day out here. In fact, skies are clear, only a few tiny little clouds here and there, and we will see those begin to build late into the evening, giving us a partly cloudy sky night. You saw a moment ago in that Wonderland camera, roller coaster is running out here tonight. It even knocks our camera around from time to time. It means it's a great night. 98 degrees. The dew points are in the 40s. The problem, humidity level at about 15. Those winds you just saw, 10 to 15 miles an hour. Some gusts have been in excess of 20 to 25 miles an hour. but that's a good thing. When you get into the upper 90s, a little bit of breeze actually helps. And what I want you to notice is those winds, they were out of the southeast feeding these dew points, giving us moisture. That's the first element that's going to be key out there. We got to get these back. Now the temps, very hot out there, 100 degrees in Tucumcari as well as Liberal, 102 in Childress, 100 in Perryton. So if you're going to be out and about, stay hydrated. Just put on a little sunblock, come out to the park and enjoy. Now as we're pulling out, I want you to notice before we really add anything onto this, you can see the clockwise swirl in play. That's our old enemy, the high pressure heat dome core. What it's going to do though is a very good thing. Going to slide off into the Mississippi Valley over the next couple of days, and that will put us on its southwest side. Now if you look into East Texas, notice the upper level disturbance. It's riding around the edge of this high. Now Monday and Tuesday, going to get a little bit of energy off the edge of that. Then as we move into Wednesday and Thursday, that high will be out into the Mississippi Valley. Our temps will go down, and that storm system in the far northwest, well, most of it will go along the Canadian border. It will shoot a wave of energy at us that gives us a 30 to 40% shot at storms. As we run through the model a second ago, and we go into the tighter one here in a second, notice the ring of fire in the clearing. Now as we go in, the future track model, which I prefer and I think is dead on, is going to see a little bit of energy tomorrow with isolated poppers and better energy into your Tuesday. And I think Wednesday and Thursday will be the best day of all, where we might actually get a real storm here in town. For Monday and Tuesday, going to be pretty much isolated to the southern panhandle, and winds are going to be okay. We're talking 10 to 15, some gusts up to 20, but nothing that would shut the park down and nothing that should keep you from coming out here and enjoying yourself. Even as we just see through the wind tracker out there, 10 to 15, some gusts of 20, no major issues. Now overnight, it is going to be a rather nice night. We're talking overnight lows in the upper 60s to low 70s across the region. And we're also going to see partly cloudy skies here. Very good night to just kind of relax, enjoy. Come out here, have some fun. Sun will go down about 9:20. Then you'll be fine for even another hour after that. Across the region, upper 60s to low to mid 70s out there. I can't rule out a few isolated storms over the Clovis or Portales area, but for the most part, we should be fine. Now, as we move into tomorrow, 100 degrees not here in town. 98, mostly sunny. A few storms in the southern panhandle and especially the southwestern panhandle. Once again, highs will be up. We are dealing with the high pressure core, but it is slowly sliding away into the Mississippi Valley. And the further it gets away, well, the closer we get to getting those temps out of the triple digits and back into the mid to low 90s. Take a look at the next 7 days. I'll go 20% Monday as well as Tuesday. I'm even going to go ahead and up that to 30 and 40% chance through Wednesday and Thursday. I think that'll be our best chance to get some rain in here, Ashley. After that, should be a very stable pattern. High pressure comes back for next weekend, but tonight, come out to the park, enjoy. It's a great night to go on some rides, have some fun. $10 night, they might as well come out and enjoy the summer.
We want to wish you and yours a very Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays.